Hey guys, it's Janelle Redbird. I wanted to come and just tell you guys about the first time I went camping. Obviously I'm black, black people typically do not go camping. There's a fucking reason for that. I learned after this camping trip. There's a reason. I've never been camping before this trip and honestly, probably shouldn't have never done it again. I went with my friend. Her name is Shade. She's black as well. Her family goes camping. They go like every year actually. So there's that. I thought I was going with an expert. She was experienced. They do this regularly. So before we decided to go on this trip, we're like, okay, we have to pick a campsite. I'm like, listen, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna go out into the Goonies, out into the jungle, and we're gonna live off the land. So she's like, okay, bet. So we chose the location. Keep in mind, it wasn't an official campsite. It was just like a forest like type thing. People said they've camped there. Like, we read reviews online and we picked the one that looked the nicest. So people said they camped there. We're like, okay, we're gonna drive out there. It was 5 hours away. We're like, yeah, like, let's take the scenic route. Like, you know what I mean? That was a mistake, okay? We're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna live off the land. We brought jugs of water so we can like bathe and stuff in the forest. Like, it was real. Like, we're real. We're serious about this, okay? So fine, tutus, we're going out Pond Road. We left at like 12 o'clock. We're driving. We're going so far north. So we headed so far north that like when we had to stop for gas, like it was just all white people. Like, they're looking at us weird. I'm like, damn, like I felt unsafe. I was concerned for my safety, okay? Like, I'm just like I hope these, like, I don't want any problems. I'm just trying to pump my gas and go. Like, I'm just trying to go. We kept driving, right? It got to the point where the road turned into gravel. Like, it was gravel. Like, this wasn't road. This was like, it was uneven gravel. Like, it was gravel, okay? And like, we're driving and we see a baby cub in the middle of the damn road. We're like, oh hell nah. Like, this is crazy, right? So I stopped driving at this point because I'm like, I don't know where Mama Bear is. I'm not trying to drive around this baby cub and then Mama Bear comes and dashes the car. Like it was a rental car. I forgot to mention it was a rental car. I didn't want any wahala, okay? So we're like, okay, we're gonna just stay back over here. Baby cub leaves. We're like, okay, lit, gang. We continue driving and the GPS is like, turn here. We're turning. It turns into like no longer gravel. This is like dirt. Like, this is a dirt road. Like, this is a dirt. I'm like, okay. GPS is telling us to go this way. We're gonna go this way, right? We go. And then it got to the point where like the road turned into mud and I'm like, okay, this is not even like, and then it became one way and we're like, and then like it just became rocks and I'm like, okay, like, I think we're lost. I don't think we can camp here. Like, this was not like, this was like, it's like civilization hadn't been there. This place was trash. Like, I'm like, nah, like, we got to go. And my friend was driving at this point and she's a new driver, by the way. She was new. She just got her G2 like a month ago before this trip, right? She was a new driver and this was a one-way road and it was like a one-way, like steep one-way, so we had to do a 3-point turn. I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna drive, I'm gonna do the 3-point turn and I'm gonna come out of this bitch, right? Okay, so I do the 3-point turn. She gets out the car to make sure the freaking rental car doesn't end up in the damn ditch because like it was steep one way and then like so like flat and then like a ditch. Like, I'm just like stress. So we start driving. I'm trying to find backups now for us to go and camp at, right? And obviously instead of picking like an official camping site, I still wanted to live off the land. I'm like, no, like, we're gonna Google search campsites nearby. We just drove 5 hours down here. We're gonna Google search campsites nearby because like, I'm like, you know what I mean? We left at like 12 o'clock. By this time now, it's mad late. Okay, it's not really late. It's like 5 o'clock p.m. But like, we have to still set up the tent, still get everything together, right? And we still want to like enjoy the rest of our day. We left at 12. It's like 5 o'clock now. Okay, boom. So I punch in some random shit. We're driving. And like, it takes us to some place on the water that's not a campsite. And I'm like, we can't camp here. Like, this is not a camping site. I'm like, okay, boom. We head to the next place. It's getting dark by this point. It's getting dark. Like the sun's gone. It's dark outside. We head to the next place. I'm searching it up. And it literally takes us to somebody's backyard. Like, dead ass, this is somebody's backyard. Like, 2 houses were here and it told us to camp in between their backyard. There was no fences, but I'm like, this is somebody's backyard. Like, so at this point, like, we're over it. And my friend's like, you know what? Like, we're gonna get an official camping site. We're gonna pay We're gonna get an official camping site because she was tired of this. Like, it's late at night now. By now, it's like 9 o'clock-ish. It's super late, right? So we're driving. Keep in mind, GPS is keeping us through all of this, right? So we're driving, and then like twos, we seen some white shit go across the road. And like, it was one of those where like, it didn't feel right. It felt supernatural. And I didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. We're just there like, our faces were shook. We're like, okay, like, yeah. And she's like, Janelle, did you see? I'm like, bitch, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about that thing that we just see go across the road. Cause I know like it wasn't an animal. It's like, it was human, but the way it ran, I'm like, that's not a human. The way like, I'm like, that's not a human. I didn't know what the fuck, I just didn't want to talk about it. I'm like, if we don't talk about it, it's gonna be okay. I didn't want to talk about it. So we kept it pushing. And like, the car ride was silent. After that, the car ride was silent, right? Twos, we enter into the highway, right? All of a sudden, the GPS shuts down. The GPS decides to stop working. The GPS is just not cooperating. I'm like, what the hell just happened? What happened to the GPS? What's wrong with the like, it's like it had no signal in this area, because obviously we're in the Goonies, but like, come on, man. The GPS, I've taken you everywhere, and when I'm driving, I have no idea where I'm going. All of a sudden, you want to stop working. So fine, the GPS stops working. We're on this highway, and we're heading straight, and obviously the highway is like, the highway all of a sudden came to a dead end. Like, not a dead end, but it's like the highway continued, but they put pylons and they blocked off the rest of the road. So we were forced to exit off. So we're exiting off now, and we're like, where the hell do we go? Where are we going now? The GPS stopped working all of a sudden, and it's not cooperating. So we're off on the highway, and like right in front of us is a police stop. There's a police stop right in front of us. And so now we look mad suspicious, because it's just like, why did we get off the highway and stop right in front of the police stop? But we're just lost. We weren't trying to purposefully avoid the police stop. We're just lost. And we're trying to figure out how to work this damn GPS to get us back on the highway. Because the highway for some reason was closed off, and we don't know what the hell's going on. And we're just trying to get to our new campsite. Like, you know what I mean? Fam. So obviously the police officers get suspicious, and one of them starts walking towards us. And my friend's driving at this point, right? And I'm freaking the fuck out, because we have paraphernalia in the car. And the car danks, okay? The car danks. And so I'm just like, if this man asks us to roll down, like, we're fucked. Because you can smell it. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, right? So I'm just sitting there, like, you guys, my friend talked the music's playing. She's talking the entire time. I'm sitting there like, the police officer's asking us questions. I'm there like, I wasn't talking. I was quiet. She's basically explaining to him like, you know, our GPS stopped working. Like, we're lost. We're confused. Like, we're just trying to get to this campsite, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay, bet. Like, I can show you guys how to get there. Like, we're like, okay, lit. Like, gang. The police officer is about to show us how to get there. I don't know how he didn't smell it. By the grace of God. I'm not going to question it. We're like, maybe his senses were confused because the music was blaring. It's late at night. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't expecting it. Like, I'm just like, listen, I'm gonna just be grateful and call it a damn day, right? So we head back onto the highway now. Typically, the highways over here are 100 kilometers per hour. My friend's driving. Keep in mind, she's a new driver. We're trying to follow this guy because he's showing us the directions. My friend's pushing 130 on the highway. She's pushing 130. This nigga's speeding. He's speeding. She's pushing 130 on the highway, and she's a new driver. So at this point now, she feels uncomfortable because like this is too fast. This is way too fast. Fam, why does the police officer just drive off? He's supposed to show us. This man just drives off. She couldn't go any faster than 130 because that's just too much. This guy was going faster than 130 and he just drove off. He left us. And so we're now like, we're just there like, this man was supposed to show us and he just left us. What the hell do we do now? Like, we're on this highway. We don't even know where the hell we're going. All of a sudden, the GPS wants to kick back into action and just start working. We're like, thank God. Thank God that you chose this opportunity to start working because this man just done left us. I'm like, what kind of police officer is this? You just left us in the middle of the road like that. Okay, so we get to our location. Boom. Like, we pay for the camping site online, but it's like we got there. It was so late at this point. We got there at 12 o'clock. So technically, we left on a Saturday. and we got there on a Sunday because it's 12 o'clock a.m. And so we booked a campsite for Sunday. You know what I mean? We booked it for Sunday. So technically we weren't allowed, because it was like, why are we paying for Saturday if it's Sunday now? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But technically it's like Sunday night, not Saturday. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, we're there illegally. Where we're like, listen, it's what's gonna happen. Got our shit together. There's people on other sides. They're still doing their thing, even though it's like 12 o'clock at night, right? So we get the tents, everything out of the car, whatever. So I'm asking my friend, I'm like, what do we do now? She's looking at me like, I'm like, bitch, do you not know how to set up a tent? She's like, no. I'm like, are you? She's like, how she watched her dad do it, but like, I'm like, no, don't tell me we just came all the way out here. You don't even know how to set up a damn tent, fam. So we're out here on Google, 12 o'clock at night. We're out here on Google at the campsite, trying to search up how to set up a damn tent because we didn't know. She didn't know. You guys, when I'm telling you it was struggle city, it was struggle city. Obviously now it wants to start raining. So we're in the rain trying to set up a tent. We finally figured it out. We set up the tent. We put the chapal in. We're troopers. We did it. Okay. And now we're trying to blow up the air mattress. I don't know if you guys have ever had an air mattress. An air mattress makes so much freaking noise. When you use the automated machine to suck out the air and push, it makes so much damn noise. So we're there trying to blow up the air. We're trying to blow up the air mattress. And then these niggas to the side are like, shut the fuck up. They're like, shut the fuck up. We're like, damn. Like, I'm just trying to be comfortable. I just want to sleep, not on the floor, because it's cold. It's raining. Like, I just want to sleep in the tent, but the tent floor is basically the ground. It's cold. I just want the air mattress. And fam, Shanice's like, Janelle, listen, we can't continue to blow up this air mattress because technically we're not even supposed to be here. So if they call the ranger people then to come collect us, they're gonna come collect us because technically we paid for Sunday. And I was like, damn. So you guys, we had to sleep on the floor, on the tent floor. It was cold. My body ached the next morning. I could barely sleep. Like, it was actually a struggle. Like, it was so bad. It was actually so bad. Yeah. Boom. We wake up. We blow up the air mattress now because it's daytime. These niggas can't say shit. Okay. You guys, we wanted to eat food because we're hungry. We wanted to eat food because we're hungry. We brought burgers. We brought ice cream. We left it in the cooler with ice in there over the night. Obviously, the ice melted. We left it outside in the rain because we thought like it's cold. Like, it's cold enough that maybe the food won't melt. Nope. It melted. The ice cream was gone. They're not here. And like, I don't know what happened with the burger packaging, but the burger packaging like leaked the burger juice into the water. So now everything else is contaminated and all we could have were burgers. The food was done. Like, it was mash up. You guys, listen, this is just terrible. So now all we have are just burgers, soggy burgers, and Tostitos. We had Tostitos and salsa dip. That's what we had to eat. Tostitos, salsa dip, and burgers. Everything else was soiled by the burger juices, because that stuff's raw. You can't know, like, you know. And so we made do. We scribbled up the burgers because it's soggy. So we scribbled it up. It can't be made a burger because it's gonna fall apart because it's, you know what I mean. It's done out here, right? Scribble up the burger. It becomes ground beef. We had ground beef with Tostitos, and it was actually a pretty good meal. We sat in the car and ate because it was cold outside. We sat in the car and ate because it was cold outside. So the sun started to come out. We're like, okay, like maybe we can do something today, right? And at this place they had canoeing. Like, you know what? Let's go canoeing, right? We have the paraphernalia. We have some alcohol. Let's go on the little boats. You know, do a little 1-2-2, just little paddle and enjoy the sun because the sun came out. Let's do something. You know what I mean? So we pay a town deposit for the canoe. And the canoe place closed, like, I think you could only canoe up until like 5 o'clock, and we got there at 3. And so we wanted to canoe for a longer period of time. We didn't realize that they closed, and so we were so upset. We're like, wow, we wanted to canoe for hours, like you know what I mean? Like, but we're like, it's okay, like we'll take the little 2 hours that we have and enjoy it, but like it's fine, you know what I mean? So we paid the deposit, got the canoe, put the canoe in the water, pushed it out, got in it, we started paddling. It was a struggle. We didn't know how to paddle. Made it work. We floated out into the look of water as, right? Start balling up, good times. I brought my speakers, by the way. I'm playing music. So we're out there in the canoe, like balling up, drinking some alcohol. It was good vibes. It was good vibes. Fam, it was good vibes. So we're lit at this point now. We're lit. And my friend's holding the speakers, I'm holding my phone. And I dropped my phone in my pocket, or so I thought. I dropped my phone in my pocket. The canoe was small. I dropped my phone in my pocket, and all of a sudden the music stops playing. The music stopped playing because I didn't drop my phone in my pocket. I dropped my phone in the damn water. I was so lit, I dropped my phone in the water, I didn't even realize. So at this point now, the music stops playing, and none of us realize that I have now just dropped my phone in the water. So we're just sitting there, we're like, huh, that's weird. The speaker's still on, so obviously the speaker hadn't died. But like, it didn't click to any of us. So we're just like, okay, like no music. You know what I mean? Like, we're like, okay, right? All of a sudden, the winds roll in. The rain starts pouring. So it's a shit show all over again, okay? The sun was gone. The sun was gone. The water's getting rocky. We're like, you know what I mean? And we can't paddle. So the way the current was, it was pushing out further out into the open. And like, we can't paddle. We're lit. It's a shit show, right? So we're trying to paddle to go back because I'm like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to go. We gotta go back, right? We couldn't go back. The canoe was just spinning because we didn't know. It was just spinning around because we didn't know like how to do the oar, and it was just struggling. And we're trying to make waves. We weren't making waves. The current was just strong, and I'm freaking the hell out because the way the water was rocking, I could have drowned and died. I really thought, I'm like, wow. I have my life jacket on, by the way. My friend didn't have hers on, but I can't swim. See, I like to be a mermaid, but I can't swim. I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, if I drop, and keep in mind the water was black. This wasn't no nice blue water where you can see what the hell's going. The water was black. This water looked dirty. I'm like, if I drop in this water, like the Loch Ness monster is gonna come eat me. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die because of this water alone. Even if I have a life vest, this water alone is gonna kill me because I don't know what the hell's inside that water. That's one of my biggest fears, man. Being out in the ocean in the middle of nothing and just not seeing anything around you, like you know when you're in the middle of the ocean and there's just nothing around you because there's something there that's probably watching you. You just can't see it anyways. So the thing's rocking, and I'm screaming. She's telling me, shut the fuck up. I'm like, no. I'm like, we're about to die. I'm just trying to paddle. I'm like, there's houses around us. I'm like, forget going to the shore where we came back from. We better go to these houses, dock on their board, and just keep it pushing because I'm not the one. Keep in mind, it's not like their houses were actually on the water. It's like their houses were here, cliff, and then water. I'm like, listen, I'll leave the boat here, and we can climb up the cliff and go to the damn backyards because I'm not about to die in this water, not today. This ship was already going so bad. I'm like, not me, not I, said Janelle, not I, right? There's these people fishing, okay? They're over there fishing, and so they're just like, they're over there fishing, and we're screaming like, help us, and then they're just like, and we're like, oh my god, like, can you please help us, and they're just like, and I'm like, damn, these niggas are really just gonna out here watch us almost die, because we can't paddle. Sure as hell can't paddle. These people are really not gonna help us. That's how they feel. Listen, we finally made it back to shore. Okay, we finally made it back to shore. I was just thankful that we made it back. That took so much determination, especially because we were intoxicated. So now I'm looking for my phone. I'm looking I'm like looking in the canoe. I'm like, maybe when I flipped the canoe, I dropped it on the floor. I'm looking around, and then it dawned on me, like after 5 minutes of searching, I'm like, damn. So when the music stopped playing, I really just dropped my phone in the water. So you guys, I'm bawling now at this point. I'm crying. I'm like, wow. I wanted to go camping. I should have known better. My mom said, don't go. I said, nah, mom, I'm gonna go. I'm a grown up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go. And look, my mom told me not to go. See what happened? My mom told me not to go. And see, I done lost my phone in the damn water. I dropped it in there. My phone's gone. I have no phone now. So I'm crying. I'm like, I want to go home. I want to go home. I'm over this. I want to go home. I was talking to Shaday's mom. I'm like, listen, I want to go home. It's time to go. She said, you guys, it's already so late. Like, it's late. You know, the way the weather was, she's like, you guys should just stay there for the night. Come home early in the morning. And I'm like, okay, bet. And can you believe we're out there for less than an hour? That whole experience was for less than an hour. I was like, I thought I was going to die. And we're out there for less than an hour. And I'm like, to think, I wanted to be out on that boat for at least 3 hours. And we're out there for less than an hour and my ass almost died. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. We spent the rest of the night there. It was chill. I was somber as hell because my phone was gone. I went camping. That was my first mistake. That was the first mistake, me as a black person going camping. And you think the bad luck for me would have ended there. But no. We woke up bright and early in the morning. I packed that shit up real quick because I wanted to get the fuck out of there. I packed the shit up real quick. We're driving now, right? And the rental car is almost due. And because we're underage, we get charged an underage fee of like $25 an hour. Stupid, I know. $25 an hour extra the longer we have the car. And it was just plus the original fee of the damn car. Like, it was just dumb. It was just dumb. And we have to drive all the way from Timbuktu, get back to our places, unload the car, drive all the way back to the airport. It was a lot. I'm in the turning left lane. We're turning left. And whoever is in front of me, she turns left and she's going so freaking slow. I'm behind her. She's going so freaking. And keep in mind, it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday, clear blue skies. It was nice. The roads were clear. There's no reason for her to be driving so damn slow. There was no reason. I'm like, she was driving fine right before we made this turn. Everybody was speeding. It was Gucci. It was Gucci. All of a sudden now we made this turn. This bitch is driving hella slow. I'm like, no. I'm not gonna be the one. We have to go return this damn car. So she turns. I turn behind her and then I switch lanes so I could speed up and overtake her. As I'm speeding up, what do I see up in front? What do I see up in front? A freaking police officer. And I was like, damn. That's why this bitch was driving slow. The way I hit the brakes, I'm like, I try to slow down. I tried to slow down. The sirens went off. Told me just to pull right the fuck over. I said, okay. Okay, now my heart's booming. My heart's booming at this point now. This nigga comes. I'm like, yes, officer. He's like, license and registration. I said, okay. Fam, he gave me that ticket.
$100, by the way.
They asked me no questions. He said, have a good day. Bitch, I was about to go throw myself in the fucking latrine. He said, have a good day. I said, okay. Fam, I got out of the car. You guys don't understand. This was a traumatic experience for me. I lost my phone. I almost died on the water. The fucking bear was out in the middle of the road. We saw God knows what run across. And now I got a damn ticket. I got a damn ticket. You guys, listen. I got out of the car. I was having a panic attack. That's what I was having. I started walking along the road, side of the road. Like I said, there was a latrine, little river, little stream as. I was like, I'm about to dash myself in there. I'm about to go dash myself in there because at this point now, what the fuck? What do I have? What do I have going for me? I'm about to go just jump. I'm about to go fucking jump. So I head into the forest now because I'm about to go jump myself into the river, right? I head into the forest and I see the police officer. He's like, ma'am. He's like, this is private property. He's like, you can't leave your car parked to the side of the road or else I'm gonna give you another ticket. I'm like, nigga, let me take my ass back. He's about to give me another ticket. I'm like, no. This nigga's cruel. He's evil, right? So I'm bawling. I take my ass back to the car. I'm like, no, Shade. I'm like, you got to drive. I'm like, I'm never driving again in my life. I'm like, after this experience, I'm never driving again in my life. I'm sitting there in the backseat, passenger seat. I'm just crying. I'm like, I'm shook. I'm just sitting there shook. Fam. We dropped off the stuff. I'm like, Mom, I got a ticket. She said, see? I told you not to go. She said, I thought she was gonna get mad, you know? I thought she was gonna be upset. She said, I told you not to go. And I was like, facts. She's right. She told me not to go. And I said, I'm a big bad adult. I'm gonna go. And I see my life. So you guys, obviously, because the officer pulled me over, we were late to drop off the rental car. So we have to pay extra on the rental car now after returning it. And yeah, that was my first time going camping. I told myself I'd never do it again. Listen, I did it again though. I told myself I wouldn't. After that experience, I told myself I wouldn't. Yeah, if you guys need advice, the email's down below. You can ask me anything. You can ask me about your friendships, about school, about life choices, about boyfriends, girlfriends. You can just ask for guidance. I got you. I'm here for you. Times are rough out here, bro. Listen, I beg you, baby. I beg you, baby. I'm glad making it. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks. Peace out. Gang, gang.